Leather. I'm Ronnie from New Jersey. And listen, we're presented by Golficity. You know the deal. Like, subscribe, do the whole nine. Help us out. Folks, I know you enjoyed last week's episode. We had to cut it in half because we had a feeling we were going to go real long. Okay? So he's back with us again today. Celebrity golf instructor to the stars. Our friend, and he's out of his mind, folks. Ronnie Del Bario, my man. He's back with us again. So let's just pick up where we left off last week. And, well, it's not really last week. It's only a few minutes later. But, folks, you're watching this a week later, so deal with it, okay? The magic of television. Well, we're not even on television. We're on the internet. We're out there in the ether. All right. Anyway, so listen, we're out on the line. We're on the line. So anyway, Ronnie, so we cut off when we started to talk about Joe Pesci. So now I got a history. I got some history with Joe Pesci, a couple stories, you know, and I know you got a ton of them. I know how much you love him, right? He's one of your favorite people on planet Earth. Sure. And we actually told the story about Joe Pesci on one of the episodes. And we talked about Manasquan River Country Club. I don't know if this story is true. Let me know if you heard of it. Apparently, this was the story that I heard from someone at the country club that said that Joe Pesci wanted to become a member there because I guess he's got a house down there, Manasquan. And they told him that he had to go on a waiting list. And he said, I'm Joe Pesci. And they said, it didn't matter. And I thought that was insane because if I was a member at Manasquan River Country Club, I would want Joe Pesci to be in the clubhouse on the range, and I might get paired up with the guy. But is that did you ever hear of anything like that? Like, you know.
I didn't, but I can tell you that he is so friggin' humble. He probably would have, after he said, okay, fine, whatever. But I didn't hear that story. But I can tell you, he's a member everywhere now.
Right.
Everywhere, anywhere.
So let's talk. So Joe Pesci. So Joe, you know, I mean, the younger viewers, if you don't know Joe Pesci, you need to turn your brains on. Okay, you need to go figure it out because he's one of the greatest actors of all time. Okay, Easy Money. You kidding me? What about? He goes, now I know why it stinks in here. The best. I mean, one of the best. That was one of my favorite movies of all time, by the way. Rodney Dangerfield and Joe Pesci. Absolutely, Adam. Easy Money. It was such a good movie. Anyway, Jeremy, this movie was made about 30 years before you were born. Yeah. Right. But anyway,
no idea what's going on.
Yeah, you got to figure it out. Go YouTube that one or Netflix or whatever the hell you young kids do. I got the
Twitch.
DVD up there.
Twitch it
up. What's that, Ronnie?
A VHS tape on it.
Right, yeah, of course. So anyway, so Joe Pesci from like Bloomfield, Belleville, New Jersey area. My aunts, my Aunt Ro, my Aunt Ange, they actually grew up with him. You know, Frankie Valley, they were all from the same area, they all knew the same people, right? So he discovered the Jersey Boys. So I'll tell you my story first, and then you can get into all yours because I know you got a lot of them. But yeah, so Joe Pesci, when they were doing the Jersey Boy movie, right, and my like best friend, I call him Cousin Joey Russo, got picked to play the part of Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci put the Jersey Boys together. All right, Frankie Valley, he got him. He knew the guy, the writer, what the heck's his name? I can't think of his name, but the writer of all the songs. He put him together with Frankie Valley, and they made the 4 seasons, right? And in the Broadway play Jersey Boys, okay, they kind of, because Joe Pesci was a little kid, he was a young kid. He was like 16 years old when he put them together, and they kind of made him look, I'm not going to lie, they kind of made him look like a jerk in the play. And I know that he had some problems with it. He didn't like the way that they portrayed him, like he was this little, like, you know, this little nobody, you know. What I mean, it was Joe Pesci. I mean, come on. We know what he turns into, obviously, later on in life. But so he was so when they were going to make the movie, when Clint Eastwood was going to make the movie, and my great friend, roommate, he's like my cousin Joey Russo, gets the part of playing Joe Pesci. He reached out. He had his family kind of knew people who knew Joe and my aunts. Everybody was trying to like get him some information to try to get a hold of him. And the word that they got back from Joe was that he wanted nothing to do with it because he was not happy with the way they portrayed him in the play. So he kind of wanted nothing to do with the movie. Now, you know, Clint Eastwood was directing it, so you kind of had maybe should have had a little bit of a feeling that, you know, he was not going to make him look like a jerk like they did on Broadway, but whatever. So he didn't want anything to do with it prior, right? So my buddy Joey Russo goes out and kills this part. I mean, it was by far the best part of the movie itself. Joey played Joe Pesci, and he just killed it. So fast forward, the movie's out, right? Premiere, the whole nine. Joe Pesci, I guess, breaks down and sees it, right? He watches it.
Right.
He reached out to my friend's agent, manager, whatever, and said, I want to go to dinner with him. He took him to a 5-6 hour dinner. He sat down with him. They shot the shit about everything you can imagine. And Joe Pesci said to him, he said, listen, I really appreciate the job that you did. You didn't make me look like a jerk. You actually played me right. Because you could have, I think you could have done a little bit better, but you did a good job. He busted him a little bit, but he was very appreciative of the way my friend portrayed. Because I mean, he was my friend's hero. Joe, he's our hero. Joe Pesci is like, come on, the movies are insane what this guy's done, and it was just a great story, and he loved the performance that my friend had, and that was great, and that it's obviously just helped my friend's acting career, go to the moon now. That was a huge role for him, working with Clint Eastwood, and then he worked with Scorsese. He was a part of the Irishman, and then it just snowballed into a lot of stuff. They did a check out Small Shots on Netflix, or I think it's on Amazon now. Small Shots.
Amazon Prime, I could tell you all about.
On Amazon Prime, it's it's my friend. They started a web series, right? And they actually, it was the premise was two guys from Staten Island out in L.A. trying to become actors, and there was a big role for a new Scorsese movie, and they had to make a video, make a tape. So they reenacted the scene with my buddy Turbo and Joey Russo. They reenacted the scene from Casino out in the desert. You know, you go over my head again, you son of a bitch! I'll kill you and I'll put you in the desert. Right. So they reenacted it, and they did such a great job with it. They made it a web series, and they got picked up by Netflix, and now it's on Amazon. So check them out on Small Shots. So we're huge Joe Pesci fans. So Ronnie, tell us how you met Joe Pesci, what kind of a golfer he is, and I know you got a lot of things. So let's just do a little Joe Pesci stuff.
Now, really sit back, folks, because this is good right here.
Now I'll tell you this much: Joe Pesci. Of all these celebrities I know, Joe Pesci is a true friend, number one. He has looked after me in my career as a golf professional because I've only dealt with the Hollywood folk, and he's actually helped me with the Hollywood folk. There were some folks that owed me a lot of money.
Oh, and really?
These folks were at the same country club. One of my other students happened to be on the range one day, and he says, hey, Ron, check this out. You motherfucker, you pay Del Bario, I swear to fucking God. No joke. Now, let me tell you something. Joe Pesci is not to be messed with in real life. But you know this. You know this. In real life. And he's got the utmost respect for a good reason. He is a mensch. He is the most authentic human I've ever met in my life. I mean, he is, if you were to come to the next lesson, he'd say, hey, I really liked your thing. All right, Joe, see you in an hour, because he's going to talk to you about what you liked about his role. This is the kind of human he is. I mean, he's so unaffected that I've never met anybody that's that high up that is just a regular Joe.
That's
I'll tell you another thing. Don't fucking bet him on the golf course. You're going to lose your ass.
Come on. So he can swing them, huh?
Period. Let me tell you something. Joe, you look at his swing, and if he's got to make a birdie on you, he's making a birdie. Now, there's two types of handicaps in Hollywood. You got some, not mentioning names, I'm not getting in the fucking hole myself in a desert, but some guys that are like, yeah, I'm a 7.
Right.
And Joe's like, yeah, I'm a 12 or an 18. He's a 4. And I'm just playing the fucking clock because you got the Hollywood handicap, then you got the gambling handicap.
Right.
Joe has played with Tiger, Daly, their best friends. Joe's got short game skills that I can tell you, my years on the PGA Tour, nobody on tour can do what the hell Joe can with a wedge.
Really?
This is the thing I've ever seen. I don't care if it's concrete. He'll even call it, I'm going to spin it from left to right. It's going to bounce twice. But I'm like, yeah, he does it.
Unbelievable.
He does it. No. The scariest thing, Fred Couples even said to him, like, how? No, I'm not going to even ask you. Forget it, Joe. Don't tell me. I mean, magic hands this guy.
Fred Couples is asking Joe Pesci about his short game.
Every touring pro that's ever played with Joe is like,
is it just that you're shocked that Joe Pesci is doing that, or is that it's just really what he's doing is legit? Like, do they think that he got lucky and it was just, or do they? It's just obvious he's good with a club.
They're like, if I had your skills, I'd have won more majors than Tiger. Lucky.
Come on!
I'm so not kidding you. This man can do shit that I've never seen. I've been a professional for 30 plus years. I've never seen the top players on the planet do half of it, but then call it. This man is a genius. Like Mickelson is great. Short game. I don't know. I put Pesci up against Mickelson any day. I'm saying.
No way! Ronnie, get the hell out of here! Ronnie, there's no way. I can't stop it.
I will bet the farm on Pesci against anybody.
So you're telling me a 45-yard shot with a downhill lie on a sloping away green. You're taking Joe Pesci? You're taking Joe Pesci over Phil Mickelson
all day. That's a name for that's a gambling thing. And I'll tell you what, I'll bet the farm on Pesci every single. And by the way,
is he long off the tee?
He hits fairway. He's boring off the tee.
Like 270, 280?
50, 260. I've seen him hit a 290.
Right.
I'll tell you this much. He doesn't bother with a putter. He'll make putts all day on everyone's ass with the same wedge. He just strips it.
Oh, my God.
He doesn't use a putter. I am not.
That is sick.
The scariest thing I've ever seen is and I've been doing this for a long time, and I work with these. I'm like, I film it. I'm trying to magic hands. That's all I can say. The guy is brilliant. Awesome. He's a wizard, and I've never seen it. And even the top touring pros that have played with him, and they're all great friends with him. And they're like, we want Joe on the short game area. I mean, this guy's, it's uncanny. I don't even know. I mean, if I had that skill, I'd go back up right now.
He's from 1950s Newark and Bloomfield, New Jersey. Like, there's no golf course. Because I yelled at my father years ago. I said, Dad, how come you never taught me how to play golf? Like, I'm really pissed off that I didn't start playing golf till I was 21 years old. He goes, because I'm from Newark. I grew up in the projects. We didn't play golf back then. What are you talking about? Joe Pesci's from the same neighborhood as my family. Like, when did he pick up golf, and how the hell did he get so good so quick?
Well,
Ronnie Del Bario training.
well, for 2 easy payments in 1995. No, so I've known him for 30 years. He golfed probably 10 years before I met him. And I just worked with what he had. When I first saw him, I'm like, I'm not changing that because I don't even know how to change it. And it was pretty good. Oh, no, it's unique. His grip is it. But he gets it done. So when we started hanging out, I'm like, so what got you into golf? He goes, gave me this thing, it's kind of fun, just to break away. These guys that are cerebral, that are great at their talent and what they do for a living, those type of people mentally will not settle for mediocrity, ever. Now, Joe Pesci is the perfect example of that. This man, I mean, I know where he came from. I know how the School of Hard Knocks he came from. He appreciates every moment of every day, and he will take advantage of any opportunity, including, he can't settle for being second. This short game stuff, I'm telling you, Ron, when you see this, it is going to blow. It blows the big boys away.
That's amazing.
Big boys. Like, couples like, what the fuck? What did you do? I'm like looking, I'm like, and I've been doing that for 30 years. Like, and he tries to show me, like, fuck off. I don't want to hear it. I can't even. Ronnie, try this. Just do it. I'm like, and I tried, and guess what? It works. It's fucked up.
That's amazing. And a lot of golf instructors, I remember I took the first lesson that I ever took, like, from someone that I didn't know, like, well, not a friend or whatever, was just some random guy over in not Studio City. It wasn't you. It was near Studio City though. What's the towns that are near there? It's where. Wait, what'd you say?
Encino? Was it Griffith Park? Was it?
No. It was more the other way. It was more like past on the 101. You go past Studio City. What's the next one out that way? The other way. It was
Well, you got the Boulder area.
Yeah. It was. Christ, I can't think of it. But what's his name? Oh
you
my
God! I'm
losing my mind.
He was out there for 10 years. You don't remember nothing. I don't understand.
Ronnie, it was a blur. Ronnie, it was a blur. Too much kush out there. But listen, so the I left too many brain cells out in California. No, Jim Brown, the football player, Jim Brown.
How do you forget?
Are you kidding me?
Jim Brown was that. What range was?
Where's it? Studio City.
Well, then that was where it was. Okay, so some guy gave me a lesson at Studio City, but it wasn't you. All he did for an hour, I wanted to choke him. All he was my grip. My grip.
Was it Bill Shaw? No.
I didn't remember the name of the damn talent the place was in, right? You think I'm going to remember the guy's name? I mean, come on. He messed with my grip, and all he was doing, I was just like, guy, this doesn't feel comfortable. Like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, look, I'm a coach. Like, this is my grip. This is what I'm comfortable. Why don't you fix something else? That I think the grip, everybody's got their own grip, right? Reeling me in, right? It was bullshit. I told him to go scratch. But I used to sit. Jim Brown used to sit up his director's chair, and he used to have the gopher. They used to get the balls. They used to put it on the tee, right? And he used to get up and he used to hit his little half swing driver. And he used to go about 185, 200 yards. And he just loved it. He'd sit down. He would talk. I asked him questions about football players. I told him, I said, what football player at the time? This was again about 10 years ago. I said,
right.
what football player currently could play in your day? Like, who was tough enough to play back then? And he said, there's only one. It was Adrian Peterson. He said that guy would have been good no matter what era it was in. He said all day Adrian Peterson was his guy at the time. But no, so that's, they're messing with swing. So when you get a client, whether it be a Joe Pesci or a Ronnie from New Jersey, what's the first thing that you're looking at? Like, because you don't want to if someone's like hitting the ball pretty good, I'm assuming you don't want to mess with it. You want to just maybe tweak away.
It's always been my policy. I have no filter. I don't just teach anybody. If I don't think we're going to connect, I won't even bother with the lesson. So, I mean, that's really important because you have to have a connection with the golfer.
Right.
If they're not willing to do the work, get the fuck out of my stall.
Right.
Because I don't celebrate mediocrity myself. So if this is a stock question, and of course it never happens, but I'll always say, so would you be willing to hit an L wedge for a month? Nothing but an L wedge. And believe it or not, 95% of the time they say no, and I say down the range you go.
Well, when you say hit an L range for a month, you mean go to the range every other day, every day, and just hit lob wedges?
Every day that you show up to the range, nothing but the L wedge, working on the drills we do. Now, I don't work a method. I mean, I've got my own method, but I work with the individual's ability, their physical ability, their mental ability. And because you brought it up earlier, my method, I'm sure you know, is completely the polar opposite of what it has been forever. My head is already looking downrange before I contact the ball. My method is just like throwing a punch, throwing a ball, batting, which, of course, I was taught that it's nowhere near that, which is a crock of shit. So I land to everybody the first 10 minutes because I don't teach golf from a golf standpoint. I teach golf from you've thrown a ball before, haven't you?
From an athletic standpoint, right?
Exactly, because this is the only hitting sport that the friggin' thing's not moving until you hit it.
Right, and that's the thing. It's everybody, people that aren't exposed to the game of golf at an early age, everybody's exposed to throwing a ball. Right. Everybody's, so that's good to relate it to that, right?
Well, and I'll have, to this day, I've been using this for so long, an 80-year-old lady, I say, okay, hold the golf club like a baseball bat. She goes, I've never swung a baseball bat. I say, okay, pretend you did. And I'll have them make a batting swing, look at the picture, and 100 out of 100 times, you guys should try it. At the moment of that imaginary impact of the ball in the bat, if you're right-handed, your right wrist and your right elbow are bent. 100 out of 100 times that happens, but you're not thinking of that because that's the muscle that you need in golf. But unfortunately, we've been taught the other shit. So I relate it to things that everyone's thrown something or hit something, you hit your mistress, whatever it is. But it's not, golf cannot be taught from a golf standpoint because we're stuck down here, the target's over there.
Right.
So,
no, it's right. I'm gonna hit a wedge. I'm gonna hit nothing but a 60-degree wedge for a month.
That's how Joe Pesci got so good because he just hit that for a month.
He did. Yeah, you know what? If you said no, I'm not gonna do it, I still would have taught him. I don't give a shit. Yeah. It's Joe Pesci.
Right.
It's like I saw your swing, Ron. I gotta tell you, you got some good shit in there. You got
some Ronnie, you're full of shit, Ronnie. You gas me up.
Don't, Ron. Don't gas him off. Don't gas him off.
I got a challenge for you. The first time that we're in person, if you don't instantly understand and know your golf swing, I'll do whatever you want me to do. Your golf swing. And I'll get you to the point where you'll understand what the hell you're supposed to be doing when you hit a golf ball instead of like all these fucking mechanics and this and that. And
see, that's the funny thing is that I even watching your videos now, I feel like I know even more. But I know being a coach, I know what I'm doing wrong. I just can't seem to do it. But I can tell someone else how to do it. Right. I can tell someone else how to, start your hips on the downswing, move your ball through it. But whenever I see my swing on tape, I want to throw up, Ronnie, because it doesn't feel like in my head. I don't think I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and I think that I'm doing what I'm supposed. Even when I stop at the top and try to get use my piece, hit the ball. That's how I teach people. When you're in the backswing, pretend like you're hitting the ball with your thing. You know what I mean? And then that's to get your hips.
Based on what you're telling me, you know what you're supposed to be doing from the bullshit lessons.
Okay, that's good. I erase that. I gotta erase it.
Anybody throw a ball where they get the hips going, but not the shoulders. Keep the head. Are you fucking kidding? So the information you got is the stuff that is killing you.
I need a lesson.
It's not rocket science. It perplexes me because it's stupid. It's too easy physically. Mentally, you're on your fucking own.
Right.
Physically, it is so ridiculous. And I tell you what, I'll fix your swing before I even see you in person. We'll do it over the internet. Guarantee it.
Book
Yes!
it. We got to do it. We're doing it.
We're doing a Skype session on the range. I can't wait. We're doing it.
And you intrigued me. You intrigued me the most because you said you teach athletes, and that's the biggest thing I think for myself and Ron included, because I don't know if you know, but I'm a baseball player literally right now.
Perfect.
That is getting into the game of golf, and I love to play the game of golf. As you know, Ronnie played football; he did all the whole nine. So, I don't know if I found my trust in a teacher yet, because I don't know if I want to the traditional golf way, which is something that I'm not used to, because I'm used to using my body. I'm used to
they're going to take it all away.
Right.
They are, and it's funny to bounce off that a little bit more. I took a lesson maybe 2-3 years ago at a golf tech place, and the guy's telling me all this stuff about drag and the lean and this, that, the other, and I'm sitting there, I'm looking at him, and I said to him, I said, listen, I said, I can play with my current swing. I said, okay. I said, you want. So he's telling me I'm doing everything completely wrong, and he's showing me these stupid drills on how to do it the way he thinks I should do it. Then he tells me, nice guy, I feel bad, but I'm not gonna put him on blast. But he probably don't watch. So he turns around. I said to him, I said, well, answer me this: if I'm doing stuff, if I'm so bad and everything I'm doing is so wrong, why do I actually have I can play the game? And I told him, I'm not willing to be completely dog shit. I'm too competitive to be bad for 2 years just so I can maybe gain a stroke or two based off of your shit. I'd rather just work on my short game, because that's really where my problem is, because I make good contact with the irons. My 7-iron goes 160. My 8-iron goes 150. I know it's not all about the yardages, but those are decent yardages, and I'm not even using my body. I'm not even using my hips or my body. I'm using all arms, and I'm still getting the ball. I can only imagine if you could fix my shit, I would be hitting a 7-iron like you, 177. He stopped at the top. He says, what do you want to do? Fade? He said, it's a fade, 177. I can't wait. I want to do it so bad.
No, it's
amazing.
It's really, and it really is one thing, too, that I was impressed about, which I love so much, is that when we sent Ron that video of you chipping with one hand, he didn't send us something back and say, no, you have to put two hands. He said, okay, if you want to do that, do it this way.
It's you have to, if you have the synergy, and you're a baseball player, you already possess, like what instructors are doing now: abduction, subduction, trail leg. Trail leg means the back leg, by the way. What the fuck is this new vernacular? But if you could throw a ball, when you throw a ball, you realize you're creating lag, right?
Right.
But you've got to do it with this fulcrum here. You'll be it just pisses me off.
Yeah, head case.
In 80 years, nobody's gotten better. The same index, 20-something. No one's getting better because of this bullshit. And by the way, I was taught that way, number one. Number two, when I started teaching, I was doing the same thing because I didn't know any better. But
how long ago was it where you just finally had, like, the light bulb went off and you said, you know what, I'm going to start doing it my way, because this is the way I think it should be?
This is the exact moment. So I was playing professionally. I was in a tournament when Smokey was sponsoring me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at an event in Northern California. I woke up. I had a fever, the flu. My caddy and I told my caddy, look, I'm going to withdraw from the event. I'm just sick as shit. I can't do this. He goes, come on, we're here already. I'm like, no. Sorry. After the first round, if you don't, I'm like, oh, Jesus, I can't do this. 102 fever, 2-day event. I shot 10 under and won the tournament. And the light bulb went on because I couldn't use I was weak as shit. And all of a sudden it was like, and he said to me on the fifth hole, he said, I was 5 under after 5. He says, you're not looking at the ball. I'm like, what? Oh, fuck off. My batting swing, my baseball movements, all the other sports I've ever played came into it. But the thing was, I was so languid because I was weak.
Right.
I got more power and more control in my life. That's when it was at boom. I invented the infomercial product after that. Boom.
That's great.
The moment that I'm like, oh my God, what have I been? I took lessons from Mac O'Grady. I mean, some of the biggest, I was going to be on tour. Wow. I mean,
that's awesome.
It was the most ridiculous. The headline even said, flu can't hold back Del Bario. He missed the cut in the state open the week before, but the sick fucker won the tournament. That was the moment that's like, okay, this is the wrong thing about golf, is that it's still to this day being the same bullshit, segmented body parts and all the other shit. Ridiculous.
That's awesome. I'm fired up, Jeremy. I can't wait. I can't wait to get a hold of this.
Jeremy. I got you too, Jeremy.
I love it. I'm all in.
I gotta tell you,
I'm all in.
Ron, I gotta tell you, I've actually now, after watching video, I've actually tried to do your method. I've tried looking down range.
I actually did.
I couldn't do it. It was.
What do you just doing this. I mean, there's
probably. I mean, yeah, I definitely wasn't doing it right. Obviously, I was missing the ball, so I was probably lifted up completely. So I can't wait to get in.
Let me tell you one thing before you go, Ron. I was playing the other day recently, and I was playing with somebody by my side of your same profession, and I didn't play well. I don't know why, but then he was talking me up, and he was trying to fix my swing on the on course, which I should have never let happen. But
it's the worst time. Okay.
I just threw everything out, and I remembered one of your videos that you said that golf and t-ball are the same. Like, it's the only sport where the ball is not moving.
Right.
And I started chipping from the rough, and all I would do was just leave my hands high and turn my body. And let me tell you how much backspin I put on the ball, and how close I got it to the pin. I was amazed. And from there on, I would just scroll through Ronnie Del Barrio's golf tips Instagram.
But you know why? Do you know why that is? Because without the hands and arms, the balance mechanism in the head, I don't give a shit about golf. It controls everything. Like when you trip in a millisecond, you don't say, "Oh, put your hands up."
Right.
It's involuntary, right?
Right.
So when you get these bigger muscles doing it versus we're all taught to use the hands and the arms, I'm a better drummer than a golfer. I've been drumming my whole life.
Really?
Any musical instrument you play with, you have to be language. You can't, right?
When
These
Justin
big
Bieber
muscles will never fail you. Oh man, I've had some. Anyways, but if you eliminate the hands and the arms, like Jeremy, you're in center field, I'm in right field, we're screwing around, throwing the ball back and forth. I say, quick, don't play. You don't squeeze it tighter, right?
Right.
You rotate more, but this never changes. Here's for both of you. Don't do the head thing just yet until I get a hold of you. But for both of you, the next time you go to a range and hit some golf balls, do you guys interlock or overlap?
Interlock.
You've been and both you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Try this. Go to a two finger overlap. Then you're going to take your so you're going to overlap two fingers of your right hand over your left hand. Then you take your thumb and index and make a pretend gun straight, so you can only have the fuck you finger on it.
Okay.
I'll guarantee you, hitting balls with a wedge for 5 minutes, you're going to feel something you've never felt, and that's your body swinging and not your arms. Guarantee it. Now,
wait, let me get a wedge out.
There's one finger on the right hand on the club only. It's this finger.
Let me get one of my beautiful Mizuno blue beautiful wedges here.
They better be paying you for that shit.
Look at it. No, they're not, unfortunately.
So
but
right?
Hopefully it's
put your left hand on normally, then normal left grip. Good. Then now, overlap two fingers, so that'll be your pinky and your ring finger of your right hand over your left hand, right? Then take your right thumb and right index finger off as straight as can be, so you only have the fuck you finger on, right?
Right.
Okay.
Wait. So the middle finger is the only one touching the club.
That's correct.
Okay.
You got to keep that right thumb and the index on the right side of the shaft. It can't be curled like that because you can engage the ulnar muscles.
Right.
Straight right, just like that. Within 5 minutes, just hit the wedge. First of all, you're going to shit the bed because it's going to feel out of control, which, by the way, it should be. We don't control it with the hands now.
Right.
Your body's going to wake up, both of you, and you're going to feel something that you've never felt before.
I can't. God damn it, we're on the East Coast and it's already dark outside, or else I go do it right now. Oh, my God, I can't
tell you, you guys are going to freak. And the reason is we do everything in any other sport with the big muscles, except for this stupid game, right? Yeah. Primarily because we're stuck, using the arms down there the way we're taught. But when the brain senses that deficit of leverage of the hand and the arm, the brain says, fuck, I can't use this. Involuntarily, the entire body will start doing it, which is, by the way, having this great experience with Jesper Parnevik for 10 years, there's not one tour coach on this planet that teaches the shit that they're spewing right now. I've never heard a touring coach saying, okay, subduction, abduction, you need to pronate and stupid. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, they don't do it. I haven't not heard it, but people are micromanaging and compartmentalize these little segmented pieces. It's fucking horrible.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
it pisses me off, as you can tell. It pisses me off.
Yeah, no, it's your fire's coming through, Ronnie, as you're lighting up a Marlboro light. I love it.
Antibodies.
Get those antibodies in. So all right. So go back to Pesci real quick. He was retired. You got any insight as to how he came out of retirement or anything? What do you got?
We are on the 4th hole at Lakeside Country Club.
Okay.
And ring, his cell phone rings. How you doing? Boom, 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 boom. He goes, all right, hold on, I'll call you back. De Niro calls up Joe.
Bobby D. Bobby D.
I heard the voice. I'm like, I've never met De Niro. I'm like, oh my God, I love him. Oh, I was that guy for a second, So Joe said, I'll call you back. Calls up Martin Scorsese. Has some words. I'm not at liberty to say what the
right.
Because Joe was retired. He was done.
He was done acting. Yeah.
Like he didn't do anything. Doesn't care. He's happy. He's content. But Bobby said, "This is the one." So whatever the vernacular they used, an hour later, Joe calls up, I think, Mr. De Niro, and it's a go.
Wow. I mean, and the Irishman, and he was signed on to the Irishman on the 5th hole on the course with Ronnie.
Lakeside. And by the way, he birdied that fucking hole too.
Of course he did. Of course he did. That's amazing. So that, and I full disclosure, I hold Scorsese in the highest regard. De Niro, his career was just absolutely amazing. The way the two of them, the chemistry between him and Pesci on screen is just unmatched. I think Pesci I think De Niro made a couple of career moves. Some of the comedy stuff didn't really go as well, but oh well, got a paycheck, go for him. But I gotta say, the Irishman, the anticipation was through the roof. Joe Pesci to me was the greatest part of that movie.
Yeah.
The CGI I didn't like the CGI, the De Niro portions of it. It kind of irritated me a little bit. I was mad about the whole movie overall, but Pesci absolutely destroyed it. And it just goes to show, retired or not, I don't care if he's playing 27 rounds a week. I mean, he just was able to jump right back in the saddle, and he didn't lose anything. It was amazing.
This was the best moment for me personally with Joe. Known him for so many years and seeing all his work, it was great. When I saw that movie, The Irishman, I almost was in fucking tears with pride that I know this man. I mean, I've seen it. I know him personally, and I love his. This movie just screwed me up. I mean, it was brilliant, and it was something I didn't expect. And he didn't do shit for years, and he pulls this out. I call him. I got emotional. I call him. He goes, "Oh, that means a lot." I'm like, he's so fucking humble. He's such a great.
He was. It was just an awesome thing. So. Ronnie, so we got, let's see, okay, let me see. All right, so we talked about the top, I was going to ask you the top 2-3 common issues with a mid-level handicapper, but we kind of went over that with everything that everybody else is teaching, is probably problem. But you catch someone like, give me one thing that you're like, what's the first thing? The grip. I'm assuming, would that be the first thing?
Yeah,
that little trick with getting the body.
It's a brain trick to eliminate your hands and arms, basically. Mm-hmm. The grip position is very important, obviously. The difference would be if you can imagine holding a baseball, throwing it as hard as you can. Who's the Cuban guy at 106 miles an hour?
Cuban Missile.
Right. But back in the day, Nolan Ryan was 103 at his fastest, something like that. And in that era, they had him throw a softball as fast as it was 68 miles an hour. Reason being, the leverage required to hold a softball versus a baseball. Mm-hmm. You lose all that stuff with a softball. So understanding what the hands and arms do in the golf swing. I mean, when I go to the top of my takeaway and stop, if I stop, fucking gravity's just dropping. Right. I mean, that's it. And Jeremy, I can't wait. I want both of you guys to film yourself pretending to hit a baseball. Look at yourself both at impact. Just look at yourself out. Guarantee it.
I got a tee in my backyard for my 3-year-old son. Should I hit off a tee or should I just
film yourself doing that? And I'll guarantee you, if you're a batting thing, right?
Yeah.
Right elbow or bent, and you didn't think of that at all because the entire body's hitting it, not the friggin' hands and the arms.
Yeah.
So that also includes the head, I gotta tell you. Now, in my method, once we get into it, you don't physically have to look downrange like Annika, like Frederick Jakobsen, Stenson, and Duvall. But the head, you can look at the ball, but the head physically has to be moving in order for the body to move, period.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
So, power, look, I literally weigh 150 pounds. I still average 290, okay? I'm 54. It ain't fucking muscles. I don't have them. I shop at Baby Gap. I mean, I got a size 10 waist. I was 248 at one point, but anyway. No, it's not muscle strength. There's a lot of physics involved, and it's, God, what kills me is that when a new client comes in, it takes a month to get rid of the bullshit they got in their head.
Yeah.
Got an overabundance of information.
I'm new though. I'm fresh. I'm fresh.
Ronnie's gonna hate me because he's gonna have you kicking his ass in a minute.
I already do. And I'll get it twisted there.
Yeah, he's definitely he's a couple strokes better than me. He's giving me strokes out on the course. But my problem is just the putting and the chipping. That's everywhere else. I'm good. I'm decent off the tee. I hit majority of fairways with my driver.
And say, let me see some of that stuff because I can get you better in all cases. But here's another thing I want you guys to try this. But you don't do it in a practice. The next time you hit a golf ball, hopefully it'll be soon. This will be a good number to go by because a lot of people don't understand or know when they're starting to use their hands incorrectly. I came up with this 30 years ago. Just, you can't do it with practice. You got to do it with the ball. When you're ready to take it away, I don't care. Wedge, 9-iron, doesn't matter. Start humming audibly and do your level best to keep the exact same tonality throughout the entire swing. When that hum changes is the very moment that your grip pressure change will stop your diaphragm from humming completely. So most people, you've heard with casting, right? You know, that stuff.
Right.
I do that.
A pinky squeeze is enough to anatomically stop your entire body from moving. The self-preservation mechanism says, oh, fuck, what just happened?
Right.
Really?
Try the hum drill once, and most amateurs will be right there in the transition. Guaranteed.
Okay.
But this will also give you a better understanding because you'll hit a couple more shots. You'll say, wait a second, let me try and keep the hum. Instantly, that'll change your whole body. Just the hum drill.
Wow.
We got the hum drill. We got the hum drill, and we got the shooter, and we got the shooter drill. Oh, I love it. I love it. I can't wait. I can't. So, Red, what was your first reaction when you saw my swing? What was like? Give me the honest evaluation. Tell me really what you thought.
So that piece of shit chunk you hit with the wedge, and then the better shot you hit. That better shot, you realized I don't know if you work on this, but you had a perfect load angle where your wrist was, it's a hinge and hold. You held it off, which is the correct way to do it. The first shot, you held it, but nothing else moved. So the body delivers the club head, everything, to every single shot, whether it be a chip or a driver. So I was looking at your other swings that Jeremy sent you, and he might not know. Anyways.
I don't even know what he sent you.
Your number one issue is that you, at the top of your takeaway, involuntarily, your first move, laterally, your head starts to dip this way. Now the body's already in protection mode. Now you can't use your legs, you can't use your stomach, you can't do shit. So once you're at the top, you start this lateral dive. Doesn't matter how athletic you are, you cannot engage your body.
So that's me that's me thinking that that's what I need to do to get the body moving. And yeah.
I mean, what I would have you do, just watching a couple of those swings, is go to your normal setup. Before you take the club away, in your left shoe, lift your left heel about 1/8 of an inch off the ground and keep it off the ground until you transition. That'll get rid of the lateral, number one. Number two, it'll make your body fire from the ground.
My left, Jeremy, are you writing these down, Jeremy?
Left heel.
Well,
left heel
see,
off the ground, something like that. On the takeaway.
Something like that. Yeah. Like that's if you go to any tradition guy, he'll say, keep your left heel on the ground. Would he not?
Well, with the old school instruction, absolutely. But he doesn't have a foundation problem at all. His takeaway looks fine rotationally. His first move, again, that balance mechanism is like you guys surf, skateboard, ride a motorcycle, anything?
No, not surf. Okay. Definitely not surf.
No.
All of us, if you're riding a motorcycle and you're going around a curve, you're not aware of it, but your head's actually getting level.
Yeah.
It's a balance mechanism. So what Ron does, he gets to the top, and his first move in his head starts moving this way laterally, and now the body physically can't work. It's going to protect itself. So you have to conjure up your hands and arms. So for you, not you, Jeremy, because I haven't seen your swing. If you start your swing with the left heel off of the ground, all the way to the takeaway, once you start your downswing, as a matter of fact, no, I would change that. Keep the heel off the ground until the moment of contact.
Okay.
That'll prevent you from starting from the top down. Now, most instructors will say, well, you got to supinate your left hip, get your left testicle over your fuck off. Are you kidding me? I just use pictures. I paint pictures to get that. I don't do the technique. If you want to know all the mechanics, I'll tell you, but it's lame. It's a visual. You're easy fix. Jeremy, I haven't seen you yet, but you're a ball player. I got you.
Well, let's jump in right into a read because we haven't done one in a while. It's been so much fun. We've been running crazy with Ronnie Del Bario. Here we go. Let's go up. You know that feeling you get after a long round of trying to save bogey all day long, barely breaking 100. You know that pissed off feeling, and you're hungry. The last thing you want to do is worry about where you're going to go find a decent meal. Don't worry, Big Ron's got you covered. Head over to Sparrows in Montclair for a quick bite. These guys are taking traditional family recipes and mixing in a little modern flair to produce quality, authentic Italian specialties and monster sandwiches. Try the Paisano with the Duke's Mayo. That's my favorite one. And tell them that Ronnie from New Jersey sent you. Sparrows Deli and Catering, located at 197 Bellevue Avenue, Upper Montclair. Pinkies out, New Jersey 07043. Folks, they're open. You support your local businesses. They're doing takeout. They're doing touch-free stuff. They're takeout, Uber Eats, all the different apps. Just support your local businesses, folks. They need some help right now. You want to be able to enjoy their stuff when everything gets back to normal, so you got to do that. So that's Sparrows, and then we got a few more that we're going to jump to in a minute here. And we're back. So Ronnie, we just sent Ronnie a couple more videos of both my swing and Jeremy's swing. He's taking a look at Adam, and he basically turned out and he said that I got the action. He says, it's not going to be that hard to fix the kid's swing. I got to narrow the stance. I'm doing the splits. See, with me, it's like from playing football those years, to get into a good stance, you got to have your feet shoulder width apart, and you got to put your right foot back to generate a little bit of push off.
that's when Jim Brown's coming to fucking hit you, right?
Right,
but,
exactly.
You, right?
Exactly.
You might shank it, but no, it's different, right?
Right. Well, with me, and that's the thing. It's just the balance. I'm just, I've always had a wide stance like that, and I know it's inhibiting everything from going where it needs to go, right?
100%. I mean, these
so we talking an inch? We talking an inch, Ronnie, or are we talking like 3 inches?
7.
7?
What?
7, number
7
2.
inches. Holy shit!
I would have both your toes pointed out in opposite directions. Number 2.
Right, little duck feet.
To get some stability, but you're so wide, you're going to tear your taint. There's no chance you can get any growth. Not a chance. No way. And it's
7 inches. I'm going to put 7 inches on an alignment rod. I'm going to get my normal stance. I'll put it where my toe is, and then I'll move it in 7 inches. And
you'll be surprised what kind. You'll start using the ground without you thinking of using the ground. I promise you. And
I also feel like I've also been told that I'm too far away from the ball.
Well, I need to get one from down the line.
You need one down the line. Oh, you got every okay.
Narrowing the stance is going to change your posture for the better, probably.
Okay.
But I mean, if you guys can send me legitimate down the line, I will send you. I mean, today I'll send you back an audio, video, back edited what you got to do, and I'll split screen you with me or anybody else.
Oh, that's great, Jeremy. We got to get together. I got the net in the backyard with the mat. We got to get over here. We got to set up the 2 different camera angles, splice them together real nice, and get a nice little session.
It would take me 5 minutes for you, Ron. You already got it. Shut up. No, I'm kidding. You both have. No, listen. Body types outside of look, and I know you can't believe it. I was 253 at one point in my life.
Oh wow.
When I was working out, and I was. Matter of fact, when I was working out with him, I'd shake every ball. I couldn't hit a golf ball for anything. But size means nothing. It means absolutely diddly squat. It's the information. That's all it is. And I promise you guys already have the mechanics I have.
Right. And that's the thing. Size obviously doesn't matter because when you look at like Rory McIlroy, and then you go look at John Daly, you look at Big Easy, Ernie Els.
Big Easy.
Wow. It's you got gigantic. You even said Arnold Schwarzenegger had a nice swing, smooth hands around the green. So size doesn't mean shit. I mean, it's amazing because you see a bigger guy, you're like, all right, he must hit a ball a mile, and meanwhile, it doesn't mean anything. It's all about the swing and the leverage and the way you use the ground.
The whole thing about golf is it's closer to ballet than it is to football, and it really is form. There's no explanation I can tell you over the internet. I mean, my average 7-iron is 185. Come on, that's
it is because
I don't have muscles. Really I've got it's angles only. And by the way, when I started coming up with my own method of instruction, because I was already playing professionally, I had access to the golf ball manufacturers and the club man. So I asked the guys that invented the fucking golf ball and the guys that invented the golf ball, how are these supposed to be struck? Angles, blah, blah. I got all of that from how the equipment's designed to be hit, not from method or anything else. Going that direction it just set up my entire method. It was like, oh, okay, that's easy then.
That's sick. Let me tell you, he does. He's true.
I can't.
Balls in golf that you have to hit. There's 2 balls. One's an inch and 3/4. The other one's 25,000 miles. Everybody misses the bigger fucking ball.
Hey. So that's it. That's it. I'm doing the finger pointing. I'm doing the left toe up, the left heel off the ground. And then
before you do the heel, just make your stance by 7 inches and just do the finger thing. Don't do the heel.
Okay, we're gonna work on that first. That'll be the first one.
Yeah. Big Ron, let me tell you, when he says, and I could attest to this, when Ron was on a live with, I don't know who the celebrity was, but he was a celebrity. He was on a live, Ronnie D, and he's smoking a ball like 190, 195 on a simulator. So I write a comment. I go, "What club are you using?" He looks at the comment. He replies, "Oh, I'm using a 7-iron. 7-iron, 195."
Piss whistles. He's hitting piss whistles, folks.
I will say that simulators, a real golf ball on a simulator mat, those mats compress the ball a little bit more. Like I had Jesper Parnevik at Malbon Golf right before the tournament here in Newport Beach, and he and I know how far he hits his 7-iron, obviously. And so there was an extra 12 yards just because of the mat and the golf ball, because it's more malleable. So I love the simulators because, we don't go, when we work on simulators, it's not the distance, it's the club path, club angle, the that stuff. But
it's easier to see
if you're hitting a 7-iron 195, you're going to hit it 180.
Right. See, it's me, Ronnie, with me, and I don't know if this makes any sense, but for some reason in a simulator, when I hit my driver, in real life on a course, it goes about 40 yards further. I don't know what it is. The simulators, for some reason, do not pick up my drives. They literally, it says that I'm hitting the ball 230.
Yeah.
235 with a drive, but then when I put my 3-wood down and I hit it off the deck on a simulator, it's going 240. So it doesn't even make any sense because in real life, my driver it does go further than my 3-wood, even though I hit my 3-wood really, really well. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to ask you. For some reason, my 3-wood and my hybrid, when I set up to them, I set up with my wrists completely like out, like more upright. It's more of like a Bryson DeChambeau kind of like one post kind of swing.
You're gonna hit it like shit. That's a slice position. That's a top position. That's everything. You can't have the shaft in line with your arms ever.
It's weird. I smoke it though.
Well, you know why you do? Because you don't use your body correctly, so you're athletically hitting it with your arms, which is fine.
That's okay. All right. Well, that explains it. Yeah.
It's still causing you to lose a shitload of distance, though.
I can't even imagine if you tell me I can do something to get more distance on my 3-wood. I'd be
no effort.
70. I'd be
little effort with no effort. Zero effort.
Oh, I can't wait. Ronnie, so we mentioned Ernie Els. I don't know. Jeremy, producer, whispered in my ear, told me that you had a story or something about Ernie Els. Tell us what happened with the Big Easy. I love Ernie.
This year at the Hogue Classic at Newport Beach, I was working with Jesper. This is the first year that Ernie Els is on the Champions Tour.
That's right. Yeah,
so I posted on Instagram because I met him. Jesper and I were in the sand trap working, and I hear this beautiful thunk out of the bunker behind me. Thunk, thunk. And I look over it, and I'm looking at somebody's belly, and I just made a comment on Instagram like everyone knows him as a Big Easy. He used to be known as Holy Fuck, you're huge. I'm looking up, and this guy's like, when I shook his hand, it was like a baseball glove. It came up to my elbow, and like
how big is he?
Ginormous.
Wow. Just wide, tall, just everything.
All of it. Letter D, all the above. I mean,
that's awesome.
Like he's so laid back, he can't see over his hips. He's like, "How you doing?" He's just pounding the ball. But this guy's like got finesse, and he's huge.
Wow,
that's
huge. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't play on TV. The man is huge.
Yeah.
They say he's 6'4". He's like 12'19" to me.
Is it necessary for a tall guy to get fitted for longer clubs or?
Oh, you got to get fit for short guy, medium guy. I mean, it's your equipment. I mean, and a lot of people, I still can't get over this. When they go get golf clubs, they think that they want the entire iron to be flat on the ground. Like when you set up that, what? The toe has to be up, because the shaft flexes are different. But if you don't get fit, you're holding yourself back.
Yeah.
You at any level, well, not in the beginning level, obviously, but if you're a serious golfer, it's essential that you get fit for your equipment.
Yeah.
Because there's different. I drank the Kool-Aid when I was playing professionally, the X200. I'm playing senior regular flex shafts right now and bombing the son of a bitch.
Really?
Senior regular flex, let's go.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yes, and I have a mangina right now. I don't give a shit, but let's go play for some money.
That's it. That's what it's all about. Well, Ronnie, I mean,
it's that important.
Jeremy, I mean, wait, hey, let me.
I got it.
Lost audio. Got me?
He smacks him.
Okay.
Hang on, I hit something. Hang on.
You're good.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? You hear me? All right, good. I will do a quick read here for pro staff. Have you ever felt so sore you couldn't get through? You couldn't get out to play the round of golf you so desperately wanted to? Have you ever been unable to finish playing a round of golf? If you've answered yes to any of these questions, then you have to go see our guys over at Pro Staff Physical Therapy. They have the latest state-of-the-art equipment and specialize in sports orthopedics. They have 9 locations located throughout northern New Jersey and accept all major commercial insurances. Visit them at prostaffpt.com. Guys, check them out over there. They've been doing some new videos coming out on Instagram. Follow them on Instagram. They're doing, golf season now obviously is opened up here in New Jersey. We're allowed to get out there, twosomes only. Some places have carts. Everybody gets their own cart. Social distancing things apply. But they've been posting some new videos out there on how to warm up because a lot of people haven't played for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months possibly with the winter and everything. So they got some good tips to warm up before you go out, some stretches to get your body kind of activated and getting into you don't want to hurt yourself your first time out. But if you do, go check out our friends over at Pro Staff. They'll get you. I was in a car accident the other day, Ronnie. I had a big piece of cement fell out of a truck. And a guy ran over it, and it shot it 3 lanes across right in front of me. I couldn't go over it because it was bigger than my Expedition. I couldn't go over it. I tried to avoid it, hit my tire, blew my tire, broke my rim in half. I almost went into the wall. It was a mess. My back's been killing me. So I'm going to be over there at Pro Staff, so come check me out. I'll be at the Clifton location probably at 9 o'clock every morning the next couple of weeks working on my back to get myself back in the game here. But anyway, so that's Pro Staff. Check them out. We love them. I'm gonna mess with these rings, Ronnie. We've been having so much fun, Ronnie. Jeremy, what else you got for Ronnie? What else can we talk about, Ronnie? This is already 2 episodes. We might be milking into the third one here. What else? I can't wait.
I'm excited. Let me tell you, I'm excited. I'm excited for what we have down the pike. I think we're going to be working with Ron for months and months and years. This is a great relationship.
I'm into it.
Yeah, let's do it. I say we jump in. This is one thing I want to point out too, and we all three of us have this in common. A newer guy, Sebastian Maniscalco, who's out in Cali, just took up golf.
Took up golf.
If Ron,
the best comedian in the game right now.
If Ron Del Bario ever lands this client,
let me tell you something.
We will
Ronnie,
fly out there.
We got it, Ronnie. Me and Jeremy, what we're going to do is we're going to start pounding his Instagram DMs, all right? We're going to try to get him to get in contact with you. He knows Joe Pesci because they were in the Irishman together. They were actually he was the club owner in the comedian scene or whatever that they did. He's a phenomenal comedian. He's funny as shit. He's relatable to all of us. His bits are absolutely amazing. We're huge fans. He just picked up golf. So now I'm trying. If this whole Corona thing didn't happen, he was going to be playing down in Atlantic City in, I think it was in August or something. We were going to try to somehow get him to get on the Atlantic City golf course with us. Atlantic City Country Club, where the birdie was invented, So we were going to try to get him out there and get him on the course because, we got to try to link up with Pesci. We got to try to get Sebastian. I know Pesci's a huge fan of him. We got to link you guys up together because that would be one of my dream foursomes. Would be me, you, Jeremy, producer, and my man Sebastian Maniscalco. We got out there would be laughs, nothing but laughs. It would be amazing.
He better not get too much instruction now because it's going.
Oh, he's not. He's fresh. He's fresh.
He literally just started, but he might be. We got to make sure he gets with the right coach.
Stop now until he sees me. Tell him to stop until he sees me.
We got Jeremy. We got to get on that on the social media tip. We got to start firing videos away.
Sell yourself right now, so I could send it to him.
Yeah. Dad, Ronnie, give us a quick pitch off the cuff. Okay, give us a pitch to Sebastian Maniscalco. What are you gonna do to him?
You don't suck. Come see me. Otherwise, you're gonna suck and hate the game.
That's it.
Just come.
That's
come
it.
on.
Do it.
Listen,
Do it.
Sebastian, trust me, one Italian to another. You got to find Ronnie Del Bario. He's out there in California with you. He's worked with every damn celebrity on the planet. You want to learn how to play golf, go to my guy right here, Ronnie, for sure. Listen, we got to set that up, Jeremy. We got to figure this out.
And if it happens,
that'll be a
If it happens, we're going. If it happens, we're going to Cali tomorrow.
We'll do a three-way lesson with Ronnie D and Sebastian. It'll be the greatest thing. My wife will want to come. She'll say, "Yeah, go. Don't worry about it." She loves Sebastian, so that would be great. But so what else we got, Ronnie? Let's talk about this. So, folks, thank you for going through 2 episodes with us, or maybe 1 episode. Who the hell knows? We might just post a 3-hour job. But listen. There was a company that reached out to me early in the game, right when we first started doing the podcast. They were listening to the podcast. They reached out to us. They sent me a couple of devices. They're in my What's in the Bag. I don't use anything else on a golf course, folks. It's our friends over at Groove It Brush.
Love that. That's the greatest invention ever made in golf.
Right, Ronnie, when they reached out to us and they told me, You gotta look into Ronnie Del Bario. They actually told me to look into you. They reached out to you. I know you're friends with these guys. Oklahoma City.
This bastard Nick.
Yep.
He's a pain in the ass, and I love him to death right now. I love this guy. He's so amazing.
They're firefighters. They're hustlers. They're doing. You gotta respect the hustle. They're a new product out there. Let me tell you, I've gotten more questions about this from my What's in the Bag than anything else. People just. Listen, check them out, Groove It Brush. Follow them on Instagram. Go to their website. Buy this thing. Look it's the size of a golf club, okay? All the other brushes, they're real small. What the hell is that? You got to scrub 5, 6, 7 times.
Yeah, but there's more.
You go right through one time with this thing and your club is clean. And number 2, fill it with your solution. I personally put high 9 or whatever, some solution. It's like a club cleaner thing that I put in there. I sprayed out one shot. Oh shit!
And then you spray it.
I just poured all over my computer.
On top of that,
I had stuff in there. Oh,
and on top of that, my favorite thing is the magnet. It's a strong, durable magnet.
Let me get there, Jeremy. You're ruining my review here, Jeremy. You're jumping ahead. Jesus Christ, calm down, kid. He's eager beef. Groove It Brush. The size of the club. You fill it with your solution. Look, folks. Can you see it? It squirts. It squirts, so you don't got to wet your towel. You know when you're playing, you got half the towel wet. You put it over your bag. Your ass is getting wet from the towel. Not no more. Now you got this. Boom, you just dry it with your towel. It's a beautiful device, and the best part, my favorite part, I got to say, is the magnet. It sticks right on. There's no more of that real system that always breaks halfway through your round and you get frustrated. It's dragging on the cart. No, not anymore. Magnets, it connects. The beautiful device. Groovy Brush, check them out. Thank you to them for hooking us up with Ronnie and getting this whole relationship thing going. So we're going to be giving one away. What we want you to do, we want you to follow Ronnie. Oh, Jesus Christ, it keeps spilling out on me all over the place. I didn't tighten it. Yeah. Ronnie Del Bario on Instagram, right? What's the tag?
RDB Golf Tips. RDB Golf Tips.
RDB
Golf Tips.
RDB Golf Tips on Instagram. Follow him. Follow Inside the Leather. Follow Ronnie from New Jersey. And follow Jeremy, the producer. And also Groovy Brush. You got to do 5 things, folks. That's all you got to do. You got to follow all 5, okay? And then in the comments of this video, I want you to just tag 3 people. Go follow all those things. Tag 3 people. We're going to give away a Groovy Brush. And you know what else I'm going to do? This is something else I'm going to do. I just decided I'm going to make this a banger. We're giving away this beautiful Inside the Leather custom towel for you with the microphone and the golf ball, either the white one or the green one. I haven't decided which one I want to give up yet, so you're going to have to deal with whatever one I don't want you're going to get. But we're going to put it with the Groovy Brush. We're going to do a giveaway. Again, you got to follow RDB Golf Tips, Jeremy the producer, Groovy Brush, Ronnie from New Jersey, Inside the Leather. Take 3 people in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe. If you're not subscribed, then, come on, not for nothing. Groovy Brush towel package giveaway. It's beautiful.
Looks like Ronnie wanted one. It looks like RDP wanted a towel.
Hey, if I'm not getting one of these things in the fucking mail.
Oh, you got it's coming. You're getting you want the green or white? Here you go. You can decide. You want the green or the white?
Both. Swag, baby. Swag.
Hey, you want them both? Green or white? We green or white. What do you want?
I like the white.
You like the white? All right, we'll get you the white. We'll send that out to Ronnie for sure. No doubt about it.
Love it.
Oh my God. So
this is so much fun.
You got the Groovy Brush, you got the towel, the custom Inside the Leather golf towel. You're going to get that. All you got to do is you know what to do. I already said it 3 times. Just deal with it. Figure it out. Rewind it if you missed it, okay? Now, I mean, Ronnie, I almost don't want to cut this short, but me and Jeremy got a live Twitch match. We got to play golf. Twitch. We're going to be playing virtual golf on the internet, on the Xbox over there.
I'll watch it tonight.
We'll send it to you. We'll send it to you.
We'll be cursed. It's going to be a mess.
Yep. We talk. We trash talk.
Hey, let's go to twitch.com, hit Golficity, and just listen to it. You can comment below, and we'll shout you out on there, too. So we do giveaways on that thing. It's a lot of fun. So I'm going to do a last read, and then we're going to do a par 5, Ronnie, where I ask you 5 questions about, whatever golf-related or something or other. We're going to throw that in there. And then we're going to end it at that. These are 2 long episodes, but they've been just packed. Information, a lot of cool stuff. This has been a lot of fun. By far my 2 favorite episodes, no doubt about it. So as always, Par 5 is brought to you by our friends over at AIM Health, the Spine and Regenerative Medicine Institute. Back pain got you out of the game. Knees won't let you get up the stairs. Elbow pain killing your golf swing. Fear no more. Relief is around the corner. Dr. David Perner is no stranger to human performance. A former All-American football player at Johns Hopkins and a national Olympic level power lifter. Dr. Perner has been serving in the prestigious orthopedics department at Mount Sinai in New York City. He's now serving the greater New Jersey area at AIM Health. We offer the most advanced non-surgical treatments for spine pain relief, sports rehab, and body regeneration. Book your consultation now and get back in the game. Call us at 973-251-2189 or visit us at drdavidperner.com. Check him out. AIM Health. He's got a really cool logo, too, by the way. He's got the spine thing with a guy pulling an arrow like AIM. Oh, really, really cool shit. Anyway, check them out. AIM Health. We love them. There we go. Par 5 with our guy, Ronnie Del Bario. Here we go. Golf instructor to the stars, and now he's going to fix my swing. This guy's like gold. I'm going to be, forget it. Every swing I get, I'm going to be sending to this guy. Help us out here. So, Ronnie, most money you've ever won or lost on a golf course bet. Now, you could just give a number. You don't have to say if you won or lost, or you could, whatever you want to disclose.
10,000 cash I won.
Wow.
Whoa.
Was that like a full match, or just like, what was it? What was the action?
Well, okay, so this country club that Mr. Pesci is a member of, it's called Lakeside Country Club.
Okay.
It is notorious. If you want to bet for $100,000, you got to bet for $100,000. This is no joke, this place.
And big money going around.
No hustling either. It's
right.
like, yeah, so thankfully I had a packer because I'm my team. But I mean, there was we used to play what they call a garbage group, 13, 14 people in the same group. Okay. And there's balls flying everywhere. Tons of money. Love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Give me now you've played with obviously some of the most famous people on planet Earth. I can't imagine there's anybody who's played with a better lineup of you. I mean, not only have you played with them, you've coached them, so you obviously played with them all at some point, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Give me your dream foursome. You and three other people. I mean, maybe we could do two of them. Maybe we could do your. I don't you want to piss off any of your friends. So maybe people that you haven't played with, dead or alive. I don't care. Presidents, Abe Lincoln. I mean, whatever, whoever. Your dream foursome.
My dream foursome. Shit. Wow. Oh my God. That's putting me. I mean, God, they're. Oof. Well, okay. For my entertainment.
Yeah.
It'd be myself, Steve Lukather, Eddie Van Halen, and Tommy Lee, which we did play, by the way. And wow, they had to wake us up on the 15th hole. We were all caught in the fetal position. We were so bummed. It was the MTV Rock and Jock weekend. It was the greatest time I've ever. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Oh, that's crazy.
Drink buttermilk for a week before.
The Rock and Jock. That's awesome. That's awesome. What's your go-to snack on the golf course, Ronnie?
I go to what?
Go-to snack. Is there like something that you always have to eat? I'm a big hot dog on the turn kind of guy. Corona, the drink of choice. Is there any food involved, Ronnie?
Nah,
never.
No, I'm kind of a light. I do the paleo thing, so I pound.
Oh, you're paleo. Nice for you. What is that? All nuts and was it nuts and weeds? What with paleo?
No, cheese and meat and all the other. No, it's but sugar and pasta. Yeah, that's a tough one. But
that's tough.
But of course, it's a hot dog, bad hot dog, really burnt and shitty that they have at golf courses, right?
That's been on there for 8 holes.
Right. Been spinning for a month. Just spinning for a month. But
right.
And you gotta have the grease. Yeah, that. And of course, being from Hawaii, the musubi.
You're from Hawaii?
Well, my family still lives there. Yeah.
I didn't even talk about that. Maybe we meet in Hawaii. Forget LA. I lived there for 10 years. I want to go to Hawaii. Let's get nuts. That's awesome. All right, give me I'm a big hot dog guy in the turn. We started doing reviews. We're rating hot dogs and at all the turns we're gonna rate the hot dogs. I think the first one I rated was the best one ever.
If you ever do the shitty hot dogs, come out to LA. Tell me you got it.
Pizza too. Pizza and bagels are terrible out there. It's awful. God. I love Ronnie, I was 50 pounds lighter than I am now when I lived in LA. I mean, obviously I had no job because I was acting, so I was literally I can go to the gym for 3 hours a day. I really worked. I really cared about what I looked like. Now I got kids, a wife. I'm stuck at home. I'm working. There's no time to go work. I got no motivation. Plus the food here is so much better. I didn't eat pizza. I didn't eat pasta. I didn't eat bread. I didn't eat bagels because it was garbage out there in LA. It was just so bad.
Yeah,
there was one place, Bay City. You ever go to Bay City in Santa Monica?
No.
Bay City Deli, the Italian deli. It's the only Italian deli in Santa Monica or LA that's worth a damn. It's amazing. Bay City, they got good bread. Good bread. If you do go off the paleo and you eat bread, go to Bay City because it's worth it.
There's a new Italian place, Uncle Paulie's out here. I'm telling you, you would not know the difference, Uncle.
Yeah, Ron, get at it, bro. Now we're talking my specialty, Ron. Now.
I'm telling you, you would say, I'm back home. Uncle Paulie's.
When we come out, you take us to Paulie's, and I'll be the judge. I'll be the judge.
Guaranteed.
So give me your top last question. I know it's only 4. It's not 5. Deal with it, people. It's all right. Give me who are your top 5? Well, we can do this in 2 parts too. Your top 5 tour professionals. Give me the 5 that you like, maybe their swing or who you like, and then who do you think is the top 5 in the world are right now?
Well, absolutely Tiger Woods. Period. Right. Done. Finished. I mean, that's a given. Rory, for sure. These kids that are coming up right now, they're youngins. And I tell you, I hope this is not true, but what they're doing to their body is not going to last. I mean, Tiger's a good example of that, but it's getting so much more extreme. The old school, Dustin Johnson, Jasper Parnevik is the best on this planet. Period. Beat everybody on the planet. I got to do that, right?
God, sure,
He'll kill everybody. I love him. He's the greatest guy on the planet. Forget everyone else does. But some of these older guys, I'm saying older guys, they're in their 30s.
Right.
They're becoming more refined. They're learning their own body. Jordan Spieth is going to come back for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I can't speak for that aspect because that's what held me back, the mental part of it. Physically, they all have it. But
yeah.
The guys that stay around are the ones that are grinding it out mentally. And I think this coming up year, hopefully, we're going to see a lot of the comebacks. Some of these young kids are great, mind you. They're strong, but there's nothing that bypasses experience and talent. And so I still think Tiger's going to break every record Jack has.
Oh yeah.
I believe so too. Mentally, there's nobody better.
Pure.
Nobody
This
better.
You guys know.
You're talking about athletes. You're talking about mental. You're talking about Tiger Woods. You're talking about Michael Jordan. They were on a completely different level. They were mentally. They knew that competitiveness, that the fire that they had. The ethic was just insane. Yeah. They wanted to be the greatest of all time.
Oh, for sure. When I first started teaching Pete Sampras golf, now this guy before Federer was the guy.
Well, absolutely. I was an Agassi fan personally. I liked Agassi better, but Sampras decided to do it and battled it out. Right.
But when Pete said to me, after 4 or 5 years of working, he said, "This by far is the toughest sport I've ever attempted to play." That was it for me. I mean, and think about world-class athletes.
Oh yeah.
That's so difficult, because there's no opponent to mess you up. This is all of you. Your ability.
It's all in your head. It's all in your body. That's it.
And these are the top. I mean, Michael Jordan said the same things. Like, I couldn't do what these guys do. Are you kidding me? You're Michael Jordan. You're Pete Sampras. It's like, I'm so blessed to even have a piece of this game. But it's that tough. And you guys are fucked. But I'm not kidding. Jeremy, I'm telling you, that baseball move was good. But I just got so much respect for anybody that's starting the game, anybody that's playing the game, and dying in the game.
Give me your top 3 courses. Top 3 courses you've played around the world. I mean, everybody says a guy. I
could definitely say Riviera. Riviera, not because I live close, because it's Riviera.
Right.
On the island of Nevis, the Ritz-Carlton golf course there is just spectacular.
Really?
And I got to say it. So, and now Tiger, when he won the 97 Masters, he played Lakeside for the first time. Par 70 over there, by the way. He shot 74. It's no joke.
Wow.
So Lakeside is by far number 1 on my list.
Wow.
So now,
Pebble doesn't make the cut.
Lakeside, is that something that we can work out?
Joe Pesci's a member.
Oh.
And so is Stallone, and so is everybody else. So is Al. By the way, Alfie, I think, almost won the club championship this year.
Wow.
Alfie's a member there. Alphonse Ribeiro, yeah.
Who? Where is it?
It's okay. If you're on the Universal Studios tour, you can look down and there's Lakeside. It's in Toluca Lake.
Oh, it's in Toluca. Toluca Lake.
This is the place that Bob Hope had his own house right near the course in his own par 4. He would just drive his little golf cart to Lakeside since 1920 something. I don't know. It's just famous because it's so close to the studio, so everybody, even though they're not that pretentious, it's fantastic. Oh, it's amazing, this golf course. It's like a mini Augusta, although I've never been to Augusta.
Oh, we like I said earlier, I might have been on the previous episode or earlier in this one. I don't know how we're editing this up together, but I'll tell you what, we're going to try to make that happen.
Come on. I'm telling you.
I got to listen. I can't thank you enough. Everybody, don't forget to do the giveaway with the Groove It Brush. Thanks again to those guys. Thanks to all our sponsors. Ronnie, you've been absolutely amazing. This has been awesome. Jeremy, you got anything else you want to add? I mean, I don't know what else we can talk about.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get out to California. That's all I'm going to say.
Wait. I think I've got 17 followers now, so I'm going to add 18 now. You got to talk.
Everybody go follow our friend RBD. What is it? RBD Tips? RDB. R2D2 over here. RDB golf tips on Instagram. Do it. Your golf game will thank you later. I promise you, everybody. Ronnie, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ronnie. Jeremy, my friend, my man, thank you for doing everything that you do. Golficity, we love you, everybody. Thank you so much. That's it. We're done. It's over. Done next week. Tune in. We're going to do, I don't know what the hell we're going to do to follow this one up. We're going to do something, though, so stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, everybody. And I'm done.
Thanks, guys.